takeaway defensively?
Found a way to finish the game. Getting a turnover at the end, regardless if you score or not. Our goal, like I've said from day one, is to give our offense the ball back with a chance to win the game at the end, and we did that. I don't care who we play. I don't care what the score is. That's our job. So felt like we did that. Got some turnovers, was positive. Obviously, could have had a couple more and didn't quite come away with them. But they played hard. Didn't play very good. Didn't play very smart, but played hard, which is they do most of the time.
What was your thoughts when Jay Sean had that pick six after previous play? Jackson and Falk were kind of going after it in the end zone. Yeah,
as a football coach, when those crazy things happen like that, bad thoughts go through your brain. Like, this isn't meant to be. So, for Jay Sean to make the play after we had a chance to score a touchdown on the play before, it was a big play for us. Quarterback threw us the ball, and he, like we always talk about, you get a chance to make a play, you got to make it, and he made it. So happy for him.
What did you see them doing kind of in that fourth quarter? It seemed like that was one of the only stretches where they were consistently scoring. What did you see from them?
You didn't like my second half adjustments that we do so well?
They were great.
I'm just kidding. Call the same things in the second half you call in the first half. It just doesn't always work out that way. No, they did a good job executing. We got them to third down a few times, didn't get off the field, got them to fourth down on the one play, and JJ got picked on the wheel route. We just got to play smarter and obviously play better, learn how to, when things start rolling bad around here, there's a tendency for guys to start doing their own thing, and that's human nature also. So just keep working, keep grinding, go back to the basics like we always do, and got a great challenge again this week.
What do you see when you look at the Oklahoma offense?
I see Baylor, I see TCU, I see Oklahoma.
Where's your game plan start? Is it P. Ryan, Mayfield? I mean, the list goes on.
You tell me. I'm all ears, baby. They got a great quarterback. Their offensive line's humongous, physical. Two big-time running backs. About 6 wide receivers that we probably can't cover any of them. We'll go fight and do the best we can. That got y'all quiet, huh?
Seems every time you face a prolific offense, you say exactly that.
Have I lied to you yet?
You can't cover a wide receiver. Is that a message to your team to step up?
If they're listening to me, I don't know. That's irrelevant. I mean, we're gonna play man coverage. We're gonna play zone coverage. We're gonna, we got to go fight, and we got to play better against these obviously the better offenses, which starts with coaching. I'll always say that, and kids got to continue to improve. And again, at the end of the day, just got to try to give our offense a chance to win the game at the end.
A couple of the defensive players after the game said, when he kind of got to 3 and things kind of got nervous, they wanted to put the team on their back and make a play like Pete and Brandon did. Does that frustrate you because obviously they waited that long to do that, or is it maybe encouraging to see that leadership?
If it's real leadership, I'm all for it. If it's talking to the press, then just to talk to the press, then it doesn't do any good. I'm not a big talker. Y'all know that. It's irrelevant to me. I'm glad they went out and made the play. They don't need to talk about it. Go out and do your job, make your plays when you're supposed to make them, and they did that. So I'm happy for those guys.
Coach, is it all bad to have a reality check or a teaching tool that you now have from Saturday?
Yeah, it just depends how we respond. You'd like not to go through something like that offensively, when you're rolling pretty good, and have a case of, we're down a couple people, but then the people we had, started feeling good about themselves, I think, and just thought we could march out there and just run over them without even trying. And we got hit in the mouth starting the first drive, and we never really responded the whole entire game. So we're terrible in key situations. Red zone was awful. We've been good all year in the red zone. That was terrible. Third downs weren't very good. Had some costly turnovers. And those are just things that can't happen, and we've talked about it. And kids know they'll be addressed, and we got to put this behind us and respond in a hurry because we're going to play a good team.
Looking at the rest of the season, I know you want to focus on one game at a time, but these are the 5 teams that you guys came up short on last season. How important is it for you to rise above the expectations?
Yeah, we expect to win every game that we play, just like you said. So, but yeah, I mean, we got to compete with these people in our conference in the last half of our schedule. You know, that's something that we haven't done well the past 2 years, and so, but you can't look forward in this league at all, or you will get beat and something will happen like it did last week. So we gotta do a good job of coaches this week of coaching better and getting our players, you know, physically and mentally ready to go out there and compete, because I promise nobody's going to feel sorry for us in Norman and take it easy. So this is a great team that's well coached. It has been for the last 15 years since Coach Stoops has been there. And so they played really well last week in Manhattan, and so we got to come out ready to go and have a great week of practice.
Do you think that, looking at a Kansas team that had no wins, that the offense just thought, oh, this is going to be a pushover?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like that, but you know, they, just like I said, they came and they hit us in the mouth first play of the game, started very first play of the game, and I didn't think we did a very good job of responding to that, and we kind of let them dictate the tempo the whole rest of the game, so which was not good to see. Yes, ma'am.
Coach Kingsbury said he didn't really like the vibe he saw in the warm-ups. Is that kind of the success that you've had going forward?
No, I didn't feel anything in warm-ups, and but it was one of those things when you know, you hope a team with this much maturity and this many games underneath them and an offense like we'd been performing, you know, at least as time went on the game, somebody would step up and say, you know, try to get things turned around and figure out a way to start making plays. And we challenged them at halftime, and they came out the same way in the second half, which was disappointing. So, you know, same thing. We shot ourselves in the foot. You know, we put some yards out there and got some drives started, but, you know, had some key drops. You know, dropped a touchdown, dropped a big third down early in the game, fumbled when we're driving. You know, first series we're marching down and throwing an interception. I mean, just stuff that is costly to your football team. And so really proud of the way the defense played and responded the whole entire game. And it's good to win games like that. I mean, there's games like that where you usually lose, but we got to learn from it and move on in a hurry.
Coach, how big was the loss of Raven early on, and how did that kind of change the way you guys were maybe calling plays just in terms of the offensive line consistency?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't change really the way we called plays. I mean, I think, you know, it might have been psyche for a little bit of the guys up front and got nervous and started pressing a little bit and didn't do their job. But these guys, you know, that's why they practice every single day is you know, they're expected to go out there and execute. But, you know, it wasn't just LaRaven. I mean, up front, I mean, in the middle, we got crushed in the inside run game starting from the very front. So, I mean, those are things that can't happen, and we got to get it fixed this week.